You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Talladega Superspeedway located in Lincoln, Alabama on a 3,000-acre piece of land. We are here tonight for Race 2 of the Round of 12 of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series playoffs. Tonight, we are going to be joined by something around 15 drivers. That is what I've been told is the expected attendance for tonight's race, but we have in those beautiful stands 97,000 fans here on the front stretch of Talladega. The front stretch of Talladega, we are looking at some of the beautiful cars that will be racing here tonight. You see Adam Wood in the number 45. I'm Nick Adams here on the Ghostfire Media Network. I will be here by myself tonight. You will not hear another broadcaster in the booth with me, at the moment at least, as Randy Pepper is indisposed. He's out there being Mr. Rockstar tonight. So if you're in the Daytona area and you want to try to track down Randy Pepper, he's in a bar somewhere playing guitar. At least that's what I think's happening. But anyhow, Adam Wood, our last Super Speedway winner right there on your screen, the number 45 from Rockfish, North Carolina. We'll be keeping an eye on him as he comes in here tonight with that beautiful paint scheme that won him the race back here in the spring. Give me 1 second here, folks. That would be what was wrong. I was trying to find out why it was so quiet. We're going to go ahead and look at the tower really quick for our first 6 cars that have been on the track here in practice so far. You see Harvey Abrams right now up there as the fastest car. But once again, practice and qualifying times don't really mean much here at Talladega, nor do they mean anything at Daytona. Next week in the Roval will be a total different story, but that's 7 days from now. Tonight, the focus is on just surviving if you're a championship contender. And speaking of championship contenders, let's go ahead and pull last week's winner, Joseph Causey, up here into the booth for a little bit of a pre-race conversation. Joseph, you got Nick Adams up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
What's up, Nick?
Hey there, good sir. Welcome. You know, we're not used to talking to you before the race. It's normally after the race. But we saw you down there. You know, you were a winner here. Not here, but you were a winner last week. Your team has won at the Super Speedways this year back at Daytona. So how do you feel coming in tonight? You know, you're locked into the round of 8, so it gives you a little bit more freedom, does it not?
Yeah, good thing, too, because now I think I'm the one-man team show now.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's been little incidents that have occurred. So now I'm the one-man show for Team Tito, I think, now.
Has Greg removed himself?
Greg is I wouldn't say removed himself, but he didn't remove himself willingly, but he did it, how should I say, how voicefully and got himself removed.
Was it after last week?
Yes. So I am the one-man Tito team.
Well then, I mean, I guess my pick of Greg not making it to the Championship 4 was correct. I didn't really want it to be, but now I have to look at my Championship 4 all over again. Man, oh man,
yeah.
What's your strategy coming in here to tonight then without any teammates? How many people are going to show up tonight?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like we have a lot right now. A lot of people here. I mean, I'm friends with Harvey. I haven't tried to make any bad enemies with anybody. So I'm gonna try to work with whoever will work with me.
The only person you've gotten into at any of these racetracks is Patrick Gaspar. So just stay away from him.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really. Me and Patrick have been cool about all that's happened. So, I mean, I've got no hard feelings towards anybody here or anything. So, I'm just trying to go out here, trying to do my best and, see what position we get at the end.
Well, we shall see, and we will watch and see what happens for you tonight. Well, I guess good luck out there being part of the independent coalition down there with Adam and Charles and Harvey. So we'll move you back down there with your, I guess, pseudo teammates now, so you can get a little bit of strategy in with them.
Yes, sir.
That was our championship favorite, Joseph Causey. He's a man who a lot of us have picked to go up there and be champion. I mean, you heard it here first, I guess. Greg Holt is no longer a member of the league, so that would mean that Greg Holt is no longer a contender for the championship. So my championship 4 needs to be completely looked at and just changed. That's all I can say now. I don't know what else to say. That one shocks me. But we will keep an eye on that, and we'll pull up another driver here who, I would almost say needs a win to get himself into the round of 8, or I would have said before we, had all that happen. So now we look at the championship standings. Greg Holt was locked into the round of 8 based on points. He is no longer here, so that would move Cody McKinney from 3rd to 2nd, Patrick Gaspar from 4th to 3rd, Adam Wood from 5th to 4th, Nicholas Weatherby from 6th to 5th, Charles Urich from 7th to 6th, Thomas Carino from 8th to 7th, and that would move Joey McKinney into the championship, into the round of 8 at the moment above the cutoff by 1 point. So that's going to be very interesting to see. No, they're tied. They're tied. And I believe Derek's had a better season, so Derek would get, he has more playoff points than Joey. If I could read, we wouldn't have any of these, conversations. Joey McKinney right now sits in 8th. We'll see how that plays out throughout the night. We'll have to keep an eye on the number 87 of Derek Schilling, the number 14 of Joey McKinney, as that's going to be the battle for the transfer spot. Harvey Abrams in the 79, he's going to look to make his way up in there. Ryan Cliver in the 11 is going to look to do the same thing. So the round of 12 is going to quickly turn into the round of 8 in 2 races after we go to the Roval next week, and this is that crapshoot. This is that race that anything can and will happen at Talladega. We're going to enter tonight with 12 drivers racing at the moment. We could be ending the night with 4 drivers. It could be a very interesting 100 laps here tonight. 25 in stage 1, 25 in stage 2, 50 laps to complete this race in stage 3. So we're going to have to keep an eye and see what happens. But really quickly, while we have the 23 in a pack, we're going to get Nicholas Weatherby up here in the booth as soon as he is not on track. I'm not going to give anybody to the Clint Boyer treatment. I'm not going to try to talk to them while they're doing this. You know, this is stressful enough. So trying to drive your way through a pack or keep yourself in that position is definitely not easy. And then add me moving you out of your channel, that would make it even harder. But we're actually going to look at that number 79 of Harvey Abrams really quick. That man right there, with his back to blue paint scheme this week, with the red and blue on the top. If you're seeing a police car fly through the field, it's Harvey Abrams. Hope Harvey doesn't expect people to move over, because I don't think it's going to happen tonight. But it looks like Nicholas Weatherby has pulled himself off the track. With that, we're going to pull Nicholas Weatherby up here and see if we can get a conversation with him. Nicholas, you've got Nick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, sir, I wasn't going to give you the Clint Boyer treatment. I had half a mind of pulling you up here while you were in that pack just to see what would happen. But I didn't think that would be very kind. If I was going to do it to anybody, I'd do it to Adam.
Yeah, you do that sometimes too during the race, don't you?
I do it when we're under caution. I've never pulled him up under green flag. If we go into the championship finale and he has no chance at winning it, I think I'm going to do it to him just to mess with him. But it depends on if he's in front of the championship contenders or not. Because if it's Joseph Causey and Joseph's running away with the race, I can't allow that to happen. I have to have him be challenged. So I might have, Adam cause a caution by pulling him up here in the booth. So you come into tonight originally sitting 6th in the points, with Greg Holt bowing out, so to speak. You go from 6th to 5th. Do you think going into next week, if you have a decent finish, do you think 15 or 16, maybe 17 points is going to be enough to get you into the round of 12?
I would think so. I'm pretty good at road courses, so I'm not too worried. I also really enjoy the Charlotte Roval. It's my kind of track. I'm not really worried about my pedals anymore. I found
No, you're
a
not
way
worried
to...
about your pedals?
Nope, not anymore.
Okay.
I found a way to kind of combat it.
Is it a trade secret?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, than that, I'm excited for the next race after this. I suck at plate tracks. Who knows? If I win, I win. If I don't, I'll just sit back, relax, and wait for the next round.
Yeah, the one thing you're probably going to want to avoid the most compared to everybody else is probably that big one, right? There's going to be 13 or 14 cars on the track tonight, so avoiding the big one at least early on in the first 2 stages and getting stage points is going to be key.
Absolutely. I cannot, for the life of me, get in a good qualifying lap, so I'll probably just qualify terribly and make my way up front for the end of the stage. It is 100 laps, so it is a long race. So plenty of time to settle down and make some moves.
So you telling me you can't get a decent qualifying lap in?
Nope.
Let me give you a suggestion. Hold on, let me just...
Okay.
And there's your suggestion.
All right. Sounds good. I'll do it.
Every once in a while, I'm a nice guy. I like super speedways, so I enjoy seeing competitive drivers near the front, especially early on tonight. And with it being a one-man show up in the booth, the more entertainment I can get tonight, the better. Because if I have a massive heart attack, then maybe it'll create even more entertainment for the fans.
Okay, well, let's not have you have a massive heart attack, because that would be terrible. I mean, hopefully we don't have a code brown.
Oh, there's gonna be a code brown here at Talladega, maybe less than 5 laps in. Somebody's gonna get touched. They're just going to get touched, and they're either going to go around or they're going to... Without Dalton Tucker here tonight, I don't think I've seen anybody else make saves like he did last week.
Yeah.
So without Dalton here tonight, if I see somebody get sideways, I'm not expecting them to do what he did and be 90 degrees to the left and somehow not wreck the entire field. But I'm also not expecting, you guys have raced around each other enough. I feel like you guys would be, you're all talented enough to at least make a comprehensive attempt to save it without wrecking the entire field.
I would hope so.
I feel confident enough to say that.
I've made a few pretty crazy attempts to saving it, and I have.
You've had some very interesting saves, but I don't think I've ever seen a save in iRacing like Dalton Tucker had last week.
Dalton's was something else.
That was 90 degrees to the freaking left.
I swear he did a Yokohama unless he had like a handbrake secretly in the car. I don't know, but that was a crazy save. So props to him.
It was.
I just hope we don't pull a Joey Logano and go flipping.
Oh, there'll be somebody flipping. It's Talladega. It's what happens. But, Nicholas, you guys are a minute and a half away from qualifying, so I'll let you get back down there with your pseudo teammates and kind of, just maybe have a piece of pizza, take a drink of Monster, make a phone call, get yourself settled in, pull those belts tight, and go make yourself a hell of a qualifying lap.
Thank you.
That was Nicholas Weatherby, driver of the number 23 Toyota Camry, with the suicide prevention on the side of that machine, as he has run all month long, as he continues to support, suicide prevention. It's something that I think everybody can get behind, and we're going to continue to see that paint scheme. But we're going to take another look at one other brand new paint scheme this week. This beautiful chromed out Jack Daniels. I can't get a good photo of it. Hold on. Drone cam. Nope. Up. Zoomed in. Nope. This one. Nope. Alright, well, it's beautiful Jack Daniels, Coca-Cola, chromed out number 87 for Derek Schilling this week, with Ghostfire Media and the Guitar Addict on it. So, very excited to see what that number 87, that chromed out 87 can do. As we get ready for qualifying action here at the Talladega Superspeedway, once again located in Lincoln, Alabama. A lot of people mistakenly say this is located in Talladega. It's just north of Talladega, on an old airfield, the former Anniston Air Force Base. Built in 1969, most of us know it as it's one of the grandfathers of superspeedway racing, right behind Talladega. Daytona. We're at Talladega. Sorry, I have to be Randy Pepper without Randy being here, and I have to be me, so bear with me. We're going to go ahead and watch qualifying here from this, as decent of a camera angle as I can get. Talladega is kind of a rough racetrack to shoot, so we'll keep an eye here. As Thomas Carino will be the first driver to cross the start-finish line. He exits turn 4. That first lap tonight, I expect to see most, if not all, of the drivers on their first qualifying lap do exactly what Thomas does before he crosses that start-finish line. He's going to get the green flag on his qualifying run now, and I expect to see that for the first lap. Everybody up against the wall. We'll take a look at Nick Goebel. Yep, he's up against the wall. Ryan Cliver, he's up against the wall. Harvey Abrams, same thing. Nicholas Weatherby running a little different line He might have got a tip from somebody that it's a little bit faster. Look at Adam Wood doing the same thing that Nicholas Weatherby is doing. So right there, you see the Super Speedway master of the IVRL is, well, not just IVRL, of Ghostfire Media. He wins, he dominates Super Speedway races, whether it's officials or these. So we're going to be able to see that awesomeness tonight. We'll take a look now as Thomas Carino into the tri-oval, where the start-finish line would be at Daytona right there. Another 1,000 feet to the start-finish line here. He's going to do a 52.95. Nick Goebel going to come in with a 52.89. Nicholas Weatherby, the 52.58. Ryan Cliver, 52.99. Harvey Abrams, 52.75. Adam Wood here comes in with a 52.57, so that middle lane obviously faster on the first lap. 52.56 again there for Joseph Causey, so less than 1/100 of a second between first, second, and third here in qualifying, at least early on. Joey McKinney jumps up with a 52.16 on his first lap. That's quick. He must have been running the bottom his entire first lap. Now we watch Thomas Carino come through the tri-oval. He's going to cross the start-finish line. He should jump to the pole. 52.2, he won't. He will not jump to the pole. Nicholas Weatherby does with a 52.15. Joey McKinney stays second. Harvey Abrams in fourth now, the 52.19. Adam Wood with a 52.57. He's going to cross the start-finish line. He'll jump to the pole with a 52.15. Wow, look at how close that is right there. And folks, that is your qualifying session. Adam Wood will be your pole sitter here tonight at the Talladega Superspeedway. Adam, it's Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
I have a copy. What's going on, man?
Oh, Adam, look at you. Look at you. Earlier in the season, you were able to win here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series at a Superspeedway. And tonight, you come out here and you best Nicholas Weatherby by 1/1000 of a second to get your first pole of the season, I believe.
Most likely is my first pole of the season, but I'm trending upwards all the way around in my driving abilities, and I love super speedway racing. So it's gonna be interesting night. We don't have a huge crowd here to make the momentum work on either inside or outside, so it's gonna be a difficult night here to try to make some passes.
It was about 6 months ago now, almost, that you were able to get your first win of the season here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series with at this track here at Talladega with that exact paint scheme. Does it give you that confidence when you come back here? I mean, qualifying doesn't mean a whole lot at Talladega, but it means that at least you're in the front away from the incidences at the moment.
So to speak, I mean, anybody can happen. I mean, the outside line can hit you and turn you. So nowhere's really safe here at Talladega, but I mean, it's comfortable to be up here in the front. That inside line is key here with this new drafting package. It's hard to get that outside line to really roll. So having that first spot is going to be, monumental. So I strive for it. I got it. Let's see how long I can keep it.
Well, I'm going to throw you back down there with your teammates. You started second in April. You won the race. You led 21 laps. You're starting first here in September. You have a chance to win the race. We'll see how many laps you can lead and how this plays out for you. But good luck out there, Adam.
I appreciate it, man.
And that right there, folks, was Adam Wood, your pole sitter tonight. Like I said a minute ago when I was speaking with Adam, he started second in the spring here. He led 21 laps. He was able to win the race back here in the spring 6 months ago here at Talladega Superspeedway. And now he starts in the pole tonight. Let's go ahead and look at your qualifying results. Adam Wood, obviously your pole sitter, his first of the year. Nicholas Weatherby in second by less than 1/1000 of a second. Joey McKinney in third. Nick Goebel fourth. Patrick Gaspar with the fifth place qualifying effort. Sixth place Harvey Abrams. Seventh Thomas Carino. Eighth Joseph Causey. Ninth Ryan Cliver. 10th Charles Yerrick. 11th Derek Schilling. And 12th Cody McKinney. We're going to focus on a couple of these drivers here tonight. You're going to focus on Ryan Cliver. and Harvey Abrams. I think they are in a position going into tracks that they are not strong at next week at road courses. They are already outside the cutoff line. Ryan Cliver is 12 points behind the cutoff line. I think Ryan Cliver is in a position where he needs to win to get in to the round of 8 to continue his bid for a championship. Thomas Carino needs to have a clean night, needs to avoid the big wrecks. Charles Urick, same thing, or he goes into next week at the Roval in a tough spot. Nicholas Weatherby, as long as he finishes the first 2 stages, I think he's going to be in a pretty good spot going into next week at a track that we expect him to be at least competitive at for top 5. So you're going to have to really focus on that number 11 and that number 79. Those are going to be my guys to watch. And the reason they're going to be my guys to watch is exactly what I said. They're in tough spots. Very, very tough spots going into this race already. When you start off on the back foot after a first race of a round, you really put yourself behind the 8 ball. So we're going to have to watch and see what happens. And what we see right there is something that these drivers cannot do during the race. They cannot get crazy too early. We are 2 minutes away from taking the green flag, folks. And with that, we'll be right back here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Hi, I'm Brandon from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Talladega International Speedway in beautiful Lincoln, Alabama. I know nothing about the town and or city of Lincoln, Alabama. I believe, as far as I know, it is a very tiny, tiny community. I have to... Give me 1 second. I'm pretty good at figuring out information really quickly. All right. Well, let's run down the field. I know I gave you the results, but we want to look at these beautiful paint schemes that we'll be looking for tonight. So starting on pole will be the number 45. Ford Mustang, the Miller High Life Ford Mustang of Adam Wood. In second, the number 23 from West Edmiston, New York, Nicholas Weatherby. In third, the number 18 from Chesterfield, Virginia, Joey McKinney. In fourth, it'll be from San Bernardino, California, the number 24 Hertz Chevy Camaro ZL1 of Nick Goebel. In fifth, from Old Bridge, New Jersey, the PGR Diecast Dude Shock Energy number 86 Chevy Camaro ZL1 of Patrick Gaspar. Back in sixth will be the number 7 WeatherTech Chevy Camaro from Elbridge, New York of Thomas Carino Jr. In 7th will be the number 79 from Lugatu, Indiana of Harvey Abrams. Back in 8th will be the number 11 Future Foam Toyota Camry of Ryan Cliver. Starting 10th. Hold on 1 second. This thing got all messed up. Starting 8th, the number 88 of Joseph Causey, the Justice for Tom small engine Toyota Camry. In 10th, Charles Yerrick in the number 76 Grizzly Premium Wintergreen Chew Ford Mustang. Back in 11th, you're going to see the number 87 Coca-Cola Jack Daniels Ghost Fire Media and the Guitar Addict number 87 from Indianapolis, Indiana, Derek Schilling. And rounding up the field in 12th, the McKinney Racing Chevy Camaro ZL1 of Cody McKinney. As these drivers get ready to come down for the green flag here at Talladega, they come through the tri-oval. You see them all stacked up, Adam Wood in control of the field. When the green flag goes, that's when they'll go. Here they come to the start-finish line. And the green flag is out here at Talladega, Alabama for 100 laps around the Superspeedway. And both lines got a decent start. It looks like Weatherby might be getting a bigger push from the outside from the number 24, Nick Goebel, but now the inside lane sucks up. And the 45 of Adam Wood looks like he will get pushed out to the lead by the 18 of Joey McKinney and the 86 of Patrick Gaspar, but it looks like maybe that outside lane is going to get a little bit of a run down the backstretch here. Off into turn 3. Through 3 and 4, which of these lanes is going to get a better exit here? It looks like at the moment it's going to be the number 45 of Adam Wood who's going to come around, and maybe not though. The outside lane got together. Here they come through the start-finish line. At Daytona, it would have been Nicholas Weatherby, but at Talladega, Nicholas Weatherby will lead lap number 1, and he will jump down to the inside in front of the number 23. In front of the number 45 of Adam Wood. As now it looks like the field is starting to snake a little bit behind them. Everybody getting sideways, 2 by 2 by 2 from Joey McKinney on back. The outside lane tries to get competitive here and get nice and tight, but they're gonna need more cars in the inside lane to really make a dent in that inside lane's momentum, and at the moment it doesn't look like they are. They're not all single file, they're not all up each other's bumpers. At the moment, I think you just got to get down and try to survive, and then maybe think about pit stops and stage points before you think about trying to go up there and lead at the moment. 97 to go here at Talladega, 22 to go in stage number 1. Long race, long way to go for all these drivers. That inside lane, the first 7 cars have taken the advantage, and now Thomas Carino will jump to the outside. He'll be the first car on the outside lane, but he's going to fall like a rock. I think he thought that outside lane was a lot closer than it was, and it just wasn't there. And now everybody in that outside lane is going to jump to the inside, and Thomas Carino is going to go from 6th on the lap before all the way back to dead plumb last here. Man, oh man, he is dropping like a rock. He started in 7th, and now he's back to 12th as we cross the start-finish line. To jump into the outside lane just didn't work for Thomas Carino Jr. Single file, 1 by 1, all around the Talladega Superspeedway. It's a big snake here. All 12 drivers. We're going to grab Adam Wood for a minute because it looks like Nicholas Weatherby might be blinking a little bit. As we come out of turns 3 and 4, Nicholas Weatherby will continue to lead every lap here at Talladega so far. He started second, he jumped out in front, and he's been able to hold off any push that has come from behind him here 5 laps in. One other man we have to focus on tonight is Ryan Kleiber. He's up to 6th here early on in stage 1. We'll keep an eye on him. He needs to gain a ton of points over the drivers in front of him tonight to be able to have a shot next week to point his way in at the Roval. And Ryan so far has done a good job of starting 9th and moving his way up to that inside lane early, getting to 6th and sticking there. Behind him is Harvey Abrams. He started in 6th where Ryan is now. He's fallen back to 8th. At the moment, that won't be enough to get him close enough. A couple of stages in 8 won't be enough with these drivers in front of him finishing up ahead of him. And with Ryan Kleiber right now being 2 spots ahead of him, Harvey in the next 19 laps is going to have to start making moves to get ahead of Ryan Kleiber. And then he's going to have to start working on the likes of Joey McKinney, who's sitting in 3rd at the moment. None of these drivers are getting too antsy. Everybody's just kind of settled in. They know the long haul is here, and you just got to be patient. That's the only way to make it to the end of this race, is for patience to be king tonight. And you see as we exit turn 4, they continue to be single file here at Talladega. You're watching the Ghostfire Media Network, and you're watching the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here on the Ghostfire Media Network, and you're not going to miss a single second of the action as we go side by side here.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s, with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor Trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
Folks, I told you wouldn't miss a second of the action there as we come through the front stretch here to the start-finish line. And Adam Wood looks like he's getting a little bit antsy. Looks like he may want to go out there and lead this race. He's in a catbird seat, though, here for the stage. And the reason I say that is Nicholas Weatherby is out there pushing full throttle the entire way around this racetrack. Adam Wood at the moment is not. He's probably 3/4 to half throttle most of the way around this track. He's in that middle right there between the car in front of him pulling him, the car behind him pushing him. So Adam is able to hover around 190 and half throttle, save half the fuel that Nicholas Weatherby is pulling the field with per lap. So we'll keep an eye on the fuel strategy here tonight as Adam Wood tries to get Nicholas to come off the bottom. He does for a second, but not far enough. And that's not what Nicholas Weatherby wants to do. He does not want to get off that bottom. He does not want to be the first car in line to get off the bottom, because if he is, nobody behind him is going to go with him because he's the leader. They're all going to go by him and gain that spot, and then they're going to try the same thing on Adam. If you're just tuning in, folks, I am Nick Adams tonight, the voice of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. Randy Pepper is on a vacation night tonight. I believe he's working. I think he's out there in Rockstar Land playing a gig. So we'll see Randy Pepper back here next week for the Roval. But that's still a week and 91 laps away. And here they come down pit road. Weatherby and Wood pull in. And the rest of the field pretty much follows. Joey McKinney, Patrick Gaspar, Nick Goebel, Ryan Kleiber, and Cody McKinney all stayed out. I'm thinking they can get 16 laps of fuel maybe from here, get their way back out on the racetrack and finish this stage from this moment on. But we're going to see. I don't think anybody got any penalties there. Adam Wood, a slow entry to his pit stall, though. You're just going to get fuel only and finish this stage with the fuel here. And it looks like Adam Wood might lose 1, maybe 2 spots here on pit road as Joseph Causey gets to the outside, but now he's battling on the inside Nicholas Weatherby. and he's going to lose one spot, maybe two, because Harvey Abrams is coming. If Harvey checks up, that might be bad for him if these two in front don't check up quickly, because that pack could get separated, and then we could have a different conversation altogether of the two front leaders pulling away just a little too far, and then Nicholas Weatherby will lose most of the ground he's gained here early on. Bear with me 1 second, folks. All right. As Adam Wood sits in third, your new leader will end up being Nicholas Weatherby here when everything cycles through. But at the moment, we have a leader in Joey McKinney who could use some great stage points here tonight. If these guys can stay set together. We've seen in the past in the AOLL Cup Series and in the IVRL Cup Series that 5 or 6 cars can be faster than the rest of the pack. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, as these drivers could possibly be just a little bit faster than those guys behind them. And this could possibly help Joey McKinney jump one of those drivers. But it looks like the 87 of Derek Schilling lost the draft. So Derek Schilling, who came in here tonight needing a decent points night to survive and really push himself into the opportunity of the top 12 next week, or for the round of 8. I apologize. For the round of 8. It looks like now he's going to end up going a lap down here early in stage 1, and that could affect him for the remainder of this race if another driver ends up going a lap down. And what's actually interesting to see here is that pack now gets separated, so that's going to hurt their momentum they had. But that pack was gaining on the Nicholas Weatherby-led pack, the second pack, the pack that pitted on lap 10. And they were gaining about a tenth or two per corner, so they were going to end up maybe possibly lapping them before they went to the pits, and that would have almost secured the lead for Joey McKinney or somebody in this front pack. But that has changed now with that little separation that Derek Schilling caused for this lead pack here. Luckily for Derek, sorry folks, I had to stand up, so audio's been a little different. Luckily for Derek Schilling, it looks like he's grabbed the back of that front pack. He is getting that draft, and that is going to help him from possibly losing a second lap, because that would happen in the next 10 laps. In the next 11 laps, if he's by himself and these drivers are doing 10, 11, 12 miles an hour faster than him, Derek Schilling would end up losing that second lap, and that would cause some really big problems for his race tonight. As you continue to see this lead pack drive around the racetrack and go lap after lap after lap, they are now 15 laps, and here they come. And there was almost major calamity. I don't know if everybody's going to get slowed down into the pits. Joey McKinney is really wide. He's really fast and really wide. McKinney's going to get a penalty. McKinney's going to get an entering the pits unsafely penalty and a speeding penalty. That's going to cost Joey McKinney. Man, oh man, he was about 10 miles an hour fast coming into the pits. He could get a penalty. He got the tires on the outside of the track. That could get him a penalty. We'll see. If Joey McKinney doesn't move and everybody else does, yes, in fact, Joey McKinney got binged. Oh, he got banged for speeding on pit road. And now That's going to cost him the lead. Here comes Nicholas Weatherby through the trioval with Joseph Causey all over him. We're going to see a new leader on the backstretch, possibly, unless Gaspar can get up to speed. This is going to be close. Let's look at Gaspar. He's now up on the backstretch. He might be almost up to speed. He's doing 175, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 to 80. He's 15 miles an hour slower than the drivers behind him. This could be the pass coming up for stage 1. It's not going to happen, though. They got up to speed, and this second pack did not. The only advantage that I could think maybe saved them was being able to short pit. They had a shorter pit cycle. They ran less fuel. They needed less fuel. Well, actually, no, that doesn't make any sense because they both had less fuel. I'm not sure how that happened. That was just pure pace. A better in and out lap for Patrick Gaspar and Ryan Cliver. That right there is what Ryan Cliver needed coming into tonight. What Nicholas Weatherby does not need is these guys behind him getting antsy. Oh boy, this is going to get dicey quick here. Into 3 and 4, you see the two lines side by side. Gaspar and Cliver were worried maybe that these guys would catch them. But now that they're all side by side, this could help Gaspar and Cliver. As we have 7 laps to go in stage numero uno at Talladega. See that inside line, the outside line, the leaders of the outside line. Weatherby, Causey, and Wood want to jump down. They want to jump down in front of Goebel and McKinney. But they just can't because they cannot get that outside lane to move well enough. And now Goebel has the draft of Gaspar. So this is going to go from Nicholas Weatherby looking like he can be in control of the first stage to Weatherby possibly finishing dead last in stage 1. Because when these drivers behind him start to jump down, if they don't jump down after he's able to, this is going to cause big calamity. We almost had calamity out of 4. Weatherby was all sorts of sideways. And that has scared Charles Urick and Harvey Abrams. Oh no, Charles Urick jumped to the bottom of Harvey Abrams. Said, let me up there. I want to push that aboard. I want to push Joseph Causey. I want to push these drivers to the lead. Through 1 and 2. This time now that second pack jumps to the inside lane. And now we are back to follow the leader around Talladega. We have 6 laps to go here in stage number 1. No cautions so far tonight. 3 different leaders. Nicholas Weatherby, Patrick Gaspar, and Joey McKinney. Every point possible is important for Joey McKinney, but stage points were the most important. Seeing what we're seeing now, this would have been Joey McKinney at the front of this pack. And now that's going to affect him severely. This is going to put him on the outside of that top 12 at the end of this first stage. On the outside of that top 8, he'll be in 10th at the end of stage 1 here, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Just 5 to go here in stage 1. Right there, the entire field, single file, 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. 10 cars deep here. You see all the way back there from Patrick Gaspar, Ryan Cliver in second, Nick Goebel third, Cody McKinney in fourth, Thomas Carino in fifth. That is your top 5. 21 of 100 laps complete, 21 of 25 in stage 1 complete. You're coming to 4 to go this time by. Joey McKinney might end up losing a lap. His teammate Patrick Gaspar is coming up on him quickly. we'll see what happens there. And Joey is going to slide up to the outside lane, allow the pack to go by. Joey McKinney will go one lap down here at Talladega with 3 to go in stage 1. If you're Ryan Cliver, how much do you push to get that stage win? How much do you push to get those points? Will Ryan Cliver step out? Will he try to make that move? If you're in his position, if I'm him, I sit where I am happily in second. And the reason I sit where I am happily in second is because I am not going to be the one that goes from second to 10th and goes from 9 stage points to 1 stage point. Especially with how many points I am behind in the points right now to get into the top 8. You have to points race right now, and that is key for Ryan Cliver to get into the top 8. Unless he has guys behind him that are willing to go with him, I stay where I am. I comfortably sit in second position. I don't think anybody can get by me unless they go 3 wide behind me, or they go 3 up on the outside behind me, and I think I have enough space and time to maneuver up there and take that run and go with them. But that outside lane begins to form. Here goes Nick Goebel, and now everybody goes up to the outside to block. Thomas Carino Jr. is your unlucky soul on the bottom. Adam Wood jumped down there. He tried to go with him back in 6th. That's going to drop him back. Now everybody starts to scatter behind him. The top 4 single file back there behind Weatherby. Now they're getting started to go side by side on the backstretch here. White flag is in the air on stage number 1. Down the backstretch. Like I said, how important is a stage win? Does Ryan Cliver try to make a move on Patrick Gaspar off into 3? We head off into turn 3. Here we go. Ryan Cliver all over the back bumper, the number 86. Nick Goebel all over the back bumper, the number 11. If Ryan Cliver goes out, does Nick Goebel go with him? Ryan Cliver goes to the outside. Nobody will go with them. Here comes Nick Goebel. Here comes the run to the outside. The outside lane is going to go. Ryan Cliver timed it perfectly. He's going to have Nick Goebel behind him. And Ryan Cliver is going to win stage number 1 at Talladega. That's a good move by Ryan Cliver. I know I was saying I would sit there comfortably and not try to rock the boat. But man, he got a perfect run on the exit of 4. He timed it for 3 laps in a row. And when Nick Goebel went with him, I knew that was going to be a positive combination there for him. And he was able to get the max points, the max 10 points, plus the 1 point for leading and the 1 playoff point for winning a stage. So Ryan Cliver, man on a mission to get into the round of 8, has put himself in a nice position. After that first stage, he gains 12 points. 10 points on Joey McKinney and that all-important playoff point. Let's look at the points before the race started one more time here. So you see, Ryan Cliver had not earned a playoff point. Harvey Abrams finished in 10th, so he gains 1 point, so he's 4 off that current cut line. Well, actually 1 off the current cut line because Joey McKinney and Derek Schilling were tied. So right now, Joey McKinney would stay in 8th. Ryan Cliver would move up to 10th. He would be 2 points out. No, wait, hold on, wait, I can't do math, hold on. Ryan Cliver jumps to 8th. Ryan Cliver moves himself into the round of 8 with that move right there. That puts him in the top 8. Still a lot of racing to go here tonight and a whole race next week. But that first stage here, after not having the best weeks coming into the round of 12, the second week here in the round of 12 at Talladega starts off with a bang for Ryan Cliver. Joey McKinney not so lucky. He'll get his lap back. Derek Schilling lost the drag. He wasn't able to combat any of those playoff points or just stage points that Ryan Cliver was able to get. So Derek Schilling will also fall out of the top 8. He'll stay in 9th at the moment. Actually, he'll fall back to 10th. So Derek Schilling in 10th, Joey McKinney in 9th. They're tied right now for 9th and 10th. So the Weatherby tied for 9th. Ryan Cliver in 8th at the moment. Joey McKinney wins the tie if it's for the playoff spot because of his additional stage of playoff points over Derek Joey. But all the drivers come down, 4 tires and fuel for all 12 of these machines, and it looks like Nick Goebel is going to win the race off the pit lane. Charles Urick jumps a bunch of spots. He comes up to 3rd with a good pit stop. He only got fuel and right sides that time to Charles Urick. Good call early on. Talladega's not super abrasive on tires. Looks like Patrick Gaspar is in a extended pit stop in the pits at the moment. Might have some damage to get addressed on that number 86 machine. And with that being said, folks, we're going to take a break here in the Ghost Fire Media Network. And when we come back, we're going to speak to the, we're going to try to speak to the stage winner if we can get a hold of him. There's a lot of people down there, and I can't pull up. So actually, what we're going to do is we are going to try to speak with the man who started on the outside pole tonight in Nicholas Weatherby. We're actually not going to take that break. Never mind. We're going to pull Nicholas Weatherby up here really quick. Nicholas, it's Nick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, so you laid down a fantastic qualifying lap, and it looked like it wasn't really you guys' fault in that first pack that pitted, that you weren't able to get that lead back there in stage 1. It just seems like it was more of that pack that didn't pit was able to stay connected more. Is that going to change your strategy in the second stage?
As far as I know, not really. We really communicated well that stage. So we're hoping we can keep the communication going.
Is it a super teams out there? Is that what I'm looking at? 2 super teams?
Probably.
Because it looks like it's you, the 45, 76, 87, 79, and 88, all communicating, and then everybody else is communicating with everybody, you know, the 14, 18, 24, 86, 7, and the 11 are all communicating as well.
Yeah, it's probably a big bunch of teams that are all communicating together. I mean, I think they used to do that in real life too, so it's normal. But I think we can come out on top if we keep doing what we're doing.
So everybody just had the same idea there, huh? Get another expansion going.
Yeah, I guess so. Thomas Carino hopped in here, and I think he listened in to what we said, and I guess he dipped. So I don't know.
So
I don't know. Maybe it's a spy.
games afoot.
Yes.
There's team games afoot. Well, Nicholas, you guys are 1 to go. So I'll get out of your hair. I'll allow you to go speak with your teammates. And I think because everybody pitted, it's going to be a single file restart.
Yep.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Old school NASCAR here at Talladega. You're seeing a little bit of that team game being played. Not just that, you're going to see a single file restart. Everybody pitted at the same time there, except for Ryan Cliver. When you pit with 1 to go, the pits are closed. So you end up getting a penalty to go to the end of the longest line. With that, you start single file. Because of that, the entire field is going to start single file. And man, oh man, it's going to get good. And folks, if you've been watching the Ghost Fire Media Network, the official home of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series, and you've been listening to me and Randy Pepper every Tuesday night for the last 7 months, you would know that the beginning of Stage 2 holds a special place in both of our hearts, as we are going to crank it up when we come out of Turn 4 to get the green here through the trial, with Ryan Cliver leading into the green here in stage number 2. Nicholas Weatherby leading into the green here in stage number 2. We're going to crank it up. down the front stretch. It looks like that outside lane's going to hold the lead. Joey McKinney going to jump to the inside. Now Patrick Gaspar, he's going to come down as well. The inside lane trying to side draft the heck out of that outside lane. Now the Gaspar community. That number 18, that McKinney racing car. They own both lanes at the moment. That team constitutes a Carino and McKinney and Goebel and Gaspar and the other McKinney here tonight. And Ryan Cliver is 10 seconds back. Whoa, Weatherby almost went to the inside there, going off into 3. I think he got a little bit of a bump by the 88 of Joseph Causey, and that almost caused a very, very tight incident to begin there off into 3. Man, oh man, all over the back bumper, the 18. The 23 is getting impatient. The 88 is pushing like it's the last lap. We have 17 to go in stage 2, and things are heating up. Side by side for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rows. Patrick Gaspar, Joey McKinney, 1st and 2nd, out there on an island right now. Nobody can get to their inside. Nobody wants to get to their outside. Nicholas Weatherby pushing that 18 car hard down the backstretch. He wants to lead this race. Nicholas has not led under green since lap number 10, and that must annoy him. He started on the outside pole, led the first 9 laps, pitted on lap 10. Since then, he's been battling hard to get back to the lead here. We've had 6 different leaders so far tonight. Folks, if you're up there in the comments, I want you to comment. How many leaders do you think we're going to have tonight? Somewhere about 20 different leaders tonight. We'll see how close my number gets there. But I think that's going to be about where we see it as 20 leaders. Now down the long, curving front stretch. Through the trioval, down to the start finish. Gaspar leads lap 35, and Ryan Cliver from winning stage 1 to a lap down in stage 2. 15 laps to go here in stage 2. Everybody thinking about 27. From here, if you can make it. We've seen it. We've seen you can go 15 laps. We've seen you can go 16 laps. Really push it. And now, we're going to see if any of these guys decide to go early or if they decide to go late. We're going to watch the strategies unfold in front of our eyes right after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com. Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are gonna love you. Your kids are gonna think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Welcome back to the Ghost Fire Media Network here. You are watching the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. On Wednesday nights, you can catch us live with the AOLL Sportsman Truck Series. Thursdays, the AOLL TNT Series. Friday nights, you get the Ghost Fire Media podcast presented to you by the Guitar Attic. On Sunday nights, you get to see us with the Cup Cars of the AOLL Cup Series. And Monday nights, just like last night every Monday, the Jeff Hill Trailer Fuel Premier Series. The official home of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series as well here every Tuesday night for the 2021 season. And what a season it has been. We are winding down on our time this year with 5 races to go after this race tonight. And man, oh man, has it been a entertaining 30 weeks so far. And week 31 here tonight, man, that seems like it could be really interesting as we get closer to the end here. As we have 11 to go in stage number 2, Patrick Gaspar has led pretty much since the restart. 10 to go here. We continue to watch that battle rage on between your right foot and the throttle. You don't want to use too much fuel, you don't want to use too little, because then you back your lineup and you don't have a run. Nicholas Weatherby maybe looking to be outside, maybe not. We'll see. Keep an eye on this. These packs are now intertwined. These teams of drivers are intertwined. So now when they pit, there's going to be a little bit more cautiousness, so to speak. Because if all of a sudden the team of one 6-lap driver chooses to pit at the same time, you have all 12 drivers pitting, man, it could get ugly. Could it get ugly or what? Ryan Cliver has lost the draft for a second time. Him and Nick Goebel now, 11th and 12th, both have lost the draft. So unfortunately for him, he might lose a second round here in this stage. Down the backstretch, 9 to go in stage 2. Everybody has to pit. That's what we're waiting on. It's been 14 laps since the last pit stop. And it's going to have to happen soon for them to make it to the end of stage 2. They know that. I know that. It's just a waiting game on who pulls down first. Down the front stretch, good try over across the start finish line. Patrick Gaspar officially overtakes Nicholas Weatherby with leading the most laps here so far tonight. Patrick has led officially over 20. Nicholas has led 9. I mean, I guess he officially overtook him 11 laps ago, but I forgot to announce it, so that's my fault. There's a lot going on up here when you're by yourself. Don't judge me. Now we're coming up on 17 laps of fuel. If they can stretch it to the end, they could make stage 3 a 2-stopper instead of 3. I don't know if everybody wants to show their hand on exactly how long they can push it yet, though. It might be just a tick, a touch, a smidge too early. To go here in stage number 2. Nobody has moved off that bottom line since we got the green flag, pretty much. Nobody has come down pit road since lap 27 under the last caution. Except Brian Cliver, that's how he went a lap down. He was trying to get ahead of everybody, but I think they might have strategized him there. So, folks, 6 to go. When do they pit? And this is going to be a very short pit stop. They're going to come in, they're going to get a splash if they have to, and that's going to be it. That inside lane is where you want to be, unless you can get 6 or 7 cars lined up. Right now, the independent team of the 23, the 88, the 79, the 45, the 87, and the 76 all have an advantage over the McKinney Racing squad here tonight, because those drivers are all in a line and they're all communicating. So if Weatherby can get a good run, he can get to the outside of Joey McKinney, and then his entire line will go with him. And then Patrick Gaspar is pretty much left out to dry by those cars, because they'll just go around because they'll have so much more momentum. This is going to get interesting. 5 laps remaining in stage 1. 5 to go this time by. The Guitar Addict drone camera makes its return here at Talladega. About halfway through the race. We had to change the batteries. Randy Pepper forgot to buy them, so I had to send one of the assistants out to the nearest Kroger and get me a package of batteries because the nearest Walmart was closed. Don't know why. It was closed at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. I don't understand. But it was, so we had to go to Kroger. We got new batteries for the drone camera. They should last us until the end of the Roval. And we'll have to get new batteries for the round of 8. But folks, 4 laps to go now. We're coming out of turns 3 and 4. We're going to have 3 to go here in stage 2. Not much going on. Single file throughout the field. And no pit stop still. So 3 to go this time by at the Talladega Superspeedway here in beautiful Lincoln, Alabama. Talladega Superspeedway sits on a 3,000-acre plot of land at a retired Air Force base in Lincoln, Alabama. Just north of Talladega, about 27 and a half minutes. As the crow flies with no wind, it's about 10. On Speedway Boulevard here in Lincoln. Talladega's gone through a number of sponsors in the past years. It's gone through Geico. It's gone through, there was the EA Sports. There was a bunch of them. And here comes the McKinney Racing Squad. They're going to pit. And just those 4 cars coming down together. None of them need to speed. Carino might have been. He might have been. I'll have to take a look back at the replay, at the data. He might have been speeding. Carino might have been speeding. If Weatherby saved enough fuel, they could steal stage 2 from that team. Is Carino going to get a speeding penalty? That's the question. Are they going to go from 4 now in the pack to 3? Carino does not have a speeding penalty. He is good. Down and away. Here comes the new leader. Nicholas Weatherby for the second time tonight. He will take the lead at Talladega. Through 3 and 4 will him and the 88 and the remainder of those cars. The police car of Harvey Abrams, the Miller Lite car, the driving drunk machine of Adam Wood right behind him. Coming to 2 to go. They're going to try to stretch it here, folks, to get through stage 2. I think the only reason that the other pack pitted was because Patrick Gaspar may have been out of fuel. I repeat, he might have been out of fuel because he was the leader for the entire stage. So he was flat foot to the floor the entire time. Down the backstretch, it looks like Joseph Causey is just content with pushing the 23 down the backstretch, getting a little bit of air on the nose of that number 88 Toyota Camry. through 3 and 4 this time with what looks to be the number 79 Dude Wipes. The Sheriff, Harvey Abrams, here now through 3. And now 4. Now down the front stretch. Coming to the white flag. They're going to make it here in stage 2. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the white flag. We're coming to the checkered flag. Where's Weatherby out of fuel? Oh, he's not, but Harvey Abrams stole stage 2. Oh, man, I failed everybody on that. I thought that it was the next time by was the white flag. Harvey Abrams, though, he fires back on Ryan Cliver. Harvey Abrams, who scored 1 point in the last stage, this time scores 10 and a playoff point. Now he jumps into 8th in front of Ryan Cliver. And I think... let me do the math here. I think Thomas Carino Jr. falls out of the top 8. And Joey McKinney moves into the top 8. No. Derek Schilling moves into the top 8. So does Harvey Abrams. Ryan Cliver and Thomas Carino fall out after that stage. So again, that bubble, because of playoff points and stage points, is really going crazy. It looks like Nicholas Weatherby finished second in stage 2 to Harvey Abrams. So folks, we're going to see all these cars, all 12 machines come down to pit road. 4 tires and fuel going to go on every single one. Well, maybe not 4 tires. It is Talladega. But it'll be 18 gallons of Sunoco racing fuel, the official fuel of NASCAR, the premier fuel. If you ask me, the premier fuel may or may not be Sunoco. I might be a Shell guy myself, but that might just be because that's what's available toward me. Harvey Abrams slides through his stall. Oh, Harvey, I think he's a championship contending driver, but mistakes like that cost you points, cost you finishing positions in the final stage. You could have lost 2 positions because of that. But folks, we'll be right back here in the official home of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series, the Ghostfire Media Network.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on...
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ghostfire Media Network here as you watch the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. We head into the 3rd and final stage here at Talladega Superspeedway. The 2nd race of the round of 12. Folks, I don't know how many of you are hockey fans, but for all of you out there, we're going to go ahead and give you your sports scores update here. on the Ghostfire Media Network while we wait for Stage 3 to begin. Right now, the Bruins down 2-0 to the New York Rangers in New York as Capo Keiko scores an unassisted goal to make it 2-0. The Philadelphia Flyers down 1-0 to the New York Islanders down in Philadelphia. The Buffalo Sabres down 3-1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets in Columbus. We have a scoring update out there as we have Oliver Borkstrand, one of the younger guys on the Columbus Blue Jackets. He is 1 goal away from a hat trick here in the preseason. And the third and final game that is kicked off in the early hour here is the Tampa Bay Lightning against the Carolina Hurricanes. Right now, the Carolina Hurricanes up 3-1 in the second period with 13:56 remaining down there in Carolina. And they have gotten on the board with Teravainen and Kotkaniemi down there in Carolina, as it is 3-1 at the moment down there. So that is your current sports scores update from the Ghostfire Media Network. Folks, I have to try to, fill some time when Randy Pepper isn't here, so. Forgive me. A little bit of update. The Bruins game, it is now 2-1. 2-1, Boston. Right now, they are down 2-1 against the New York Rangers. Capo Keiko made it 2-0. The Bruins just scored to make it 2-1. So that is your final update here at the moment from the Sports Scores updates from the Ghostfire Media Sports Room. Out of turn 4. Down the front stretch. Nicholas Weatherby controls the field to begin Stage 3. Who's going to advance to the round of 8 with a win tonight? Who's going to go out there and wreck the car? And who's going to come home a winner? It's checkers or wreckers here at Talladega. 47 to go in stage number 3. Weatherby with a good restart, but Gaspar was laying back just a little bit. Looks like Joseph Causey jumps to the outside lane. He's trying to get a little bit of a run, but now he's going to get freight trained by the McKinney brothers. We have a battle for the lead beginning down on the backstretch now. Nicholas Weatherby has no assistance at the moment. He's all by his onesies out there with the McKinney Racing trio. If he goes to the outside, he's going to try to block. He's going to slide up. Almost catch the front end of Gaspar's machine as we head off into 3 and 4, and now 5, 6. It's 8 cars in a row on the outside line. Nicholas Weatherby must have said something about somebody's mother because, man, oh man, nobody wants to push him. Down the front stretch, Patrick Gaspar, who has led most of this race. Back to the point. Back to the point here for Patrick Gaspar. We talked to Patrick Gaspar last week. He talked to us about his hopes in this race specifically, and he said, Talladega is a crapshoot. I like super speedways. I'm not the best, but I like them. And he has a little bit of damage on that right side, just a little bit, not much, just a little. But he could be out here tonight to prove a point. With Greg Holt removing himself from the championship contention, that opens up another spot in the Final Four. Causey is probably going to be one of them. Gaspar, probably going to be one of them. Weatherby, probably going to be one of them. Who's that fourth driver? Who's that fourth guy? Well, that's what we're here to find out, folks. And we are single file throughout the entire field. 55 laps down here. Single file from 1st to 12th. Well, we have in a single file field at the moment. We're going to give you a couple more sports scores updates. At the moment, key games are happening around the majors as we get towards October. Only a few games remain in the Yankees season and the Rays seasons and the Red Sox, with that tight battle between the Yankees and the Red Sox for the second place in the division and, well, that second wild card spot's possibly up for grabs for the Red Sox at the moment. Right now, the Braves lead the Phillies in the top of the fourth 2-0. The Blue Jays and the Yankees tied in the bottom of the third with 2 out, no on right now. The Padres and the Dodgers have yet to start their game. They start at 10:10 Eastern. The Padres are what looks to be not the favorites. Looks like the Dodgers are the favorites. What a shock. And the Astros down 2-0 to the Tampa Bay Rays right now in the middle of the first. The Rays with a 2-run bomb, and the Astros were not tapping on the trash cans tonight. Congratulations, Astros fans. That's what you'll always be known as. Trash can hitters. I hope you like that. Up through 3 and 4, 57 laps in. We are single file throughout the entirety of the field. Not a single thing is happening. We have been on parade for pretty much 57 laps. Until the last lap of each stage, we've been pretty much on a parade. Well, folks. Let's talk about a few things. Well, nothing else is happening like me and Randy Pepper do. I'll just talk at you guys, and I'll pretend you're responding. Okay? Does that sound like a plan? I like it. Well, the NFL season started off very interesting. I mean, you got the Chiefs at 1-2. You got the Seattle Seahawks at 1-2. You get the Lions at a shocking 0-3. Whoever saw that coming with that dumpster fire of an organization? You get the Eagles at 1-2. I don't think anybody's surprised at that. You got the Colts with 2 sprains out there, 0-3. I mean, that's not really a surprise. I don't think anybody believes Carson Wentz is a franchise quarterback anymore. I don't think he ever was. I think he's got too many injuries to be considered a franchise quarterback. Speaking of franchise players, we'll switch over to NASCAR. Franchise player update for NASCAR is as follows. It seems like there's been updates that Chase Elliott is going to have a brand new sponsor for next year. Obviously, Tampa. Long-term commitment to Chase Elliott. That was signed last year, I believe. It's 3 or 4 year commitment to Chase. That's long-term. A majority of the race is to Napa, but there's rumors of Chase gaining some old junior sponsorships to come on board. Rumors of some new sponsorships to come into the sport. Allstate Insurance was in the sport at one point. They're obviously not in the Xfinity Series anymore because of Nationwide and the rule that was put in place with Sprint when Netflix wasn't Netflix. Nextel. When Nextel was in charge and they took that singular wireless. So you won't see them in the Xfinity Series with those rumors. You'll see Allstate in the Cup Series. I kind of question that just based on the fact that Nationwide is a premier partner. So I went to look at purchasing maybe a vacation in the spring next year and possibly going to the LA Coliseum opening race of the season. And I guess it costs a lot of money to create a racetrack on a location that doesn't have a racetrack because ticket prices are unbelievable. spend like $30 to go to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. That's a lot more money. Well, folks, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're getting down to 37 to go. As you see Tony and Joey McKinney rocket out to the lead. Just in case you didn't see it, we'll show you one more time. Across the start-finish line. That's a teammate move. Why did it go back so far? That's a teammate move right there. Get the guy who's been leading most of the laps out of the lead. Save some fuel. You see Nick Gold will throttle down just a little bit, brake, let him in. Boom, holds up the inside line. That is a perfect teammate move. The type of move that you know, when you're communicating really well and you've got good drafters and you've got good teammates, as Patrick Gaspar clearly does, if they hold first through fifth at the moment. Those are the type of moves you're able to make. You know, Patrick said, hey, I have this X amount of laps left, and we want to pit one more time. And that's it. We want to pit as close to 75 as we can, and then stretch it as much as we can to the end of this race. The only way I'm going to make it to 75 is if I'm not the leader. And now he's not. He's in third. He's in the perfect position. A second for him would not be the perfect position because you use more throttle in second than you will in third. The perfect position in the field is probably where Joseph Causey is. You'll probably save the most fuel directly in the center of the pack. But you can tell how careful and how calm these drivers are being as we continue here. Caution-free, other than the stage breaks. They're being careful, they're being cautious. They know they need to finish the race to be able to get, a decent haul of points out of this bad Bama Jamma tonight. Holy schmoly, 65 laps goes by fast when you're just going single file around the racetrack, so I do thank them. Talladega races can turn into one of two things, and tonight turned into the one that you want it to turn into. As we are now 66 laps complete here at the Talladega Superspeedway with the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. And once again, if you're just tuning in with us, I am Nick Adams here on the flagship of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series, the Ghost Fire Media Network. We are the home of the AOLL on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Join us on Wednesdays for the Truck Series, Thursdays for the ARCA Series, which is the TNT Series, and Sundays for the 2021 AOLL Cup Series. Only a few races remain in that season as well as we get ready to crown a champion in the Cup Series, the Truck Series, and the TNT Series. Not only will we be crowning a Season 3 TNT champion here very soon, we'll be crowning the 2021 TNT champion for the entirety of the season. Right now, I believe Josh Laston has that all but locked up. He has led pretty much from the onset. It's been a battle between him and Carl Henderson between Season 1 and Season 2. And then in Season 2, Timothy St. Jean put his name in the hat. And then we had a couple other drivers put their names in the hats with Season 2 for the full season. But we haven't had a lot of them have been promoted or have taken on other things in life. They haven't allowed them to finish the TNT Series. So it looks like it's going to be a battle between Josh, Carl, and I believe maybe Timothy St. Jean. They'll have to get confirmation on that. But then Sunday nights with the Cup Series. Monday nights, the Fuel Premier Series, the Jeff Hill Trailer Series, the Jeff Hill Premier Trailer Series. I believe that's how that's said. Let me confirm. Hold on. The Jeff Hill Trailer Sales Premier. The Jeff Hill Trailer Sales Premier Series. Goodness gracious. And then on Tuesdays every week, the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. The 2021 schedule for Ghostfire Media is still in its creation. We're only here in September. We should hear more or have a more set in stone schedule for you around the middle of November, maybe early November. I think that's the date we're trying to set. To tell you all what our plans are for 2022 and beyond. I know there are some exciting things coming down the road for Ghostfire Media, and I hope that all of our fans and all of our leagues enjoy them. Laps to go here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Joey McKinney now leads Cody McKinney by just over a tenth, and they are about 2 tenths ahead of Patrick Gaspar. And then a little bit of a gap. That's not allowing Patrick to save nearly as much fuel as I would think he'd want to at the moment. When you get a little bit over about a tenth of a second, you have to put the foot back to the floor to pull back up into that hole, and then, you know, get into a situation where you're not saving the fuel you were trying to save. So we'll see here when these drivers begin to pit. It was lap 51 they pitted. We're going to go ahead and show you the last pit strategy. I'll show you the predicted pit strategy here tonight. So that's second group. Causey, Wood, Weatherby, Urich, Schilling, and Abrams. All the 23 laps on their second stint. They finished out stage 2. Without having to pit, so we should be able to see 23 to 25 laps pretty easily here tonight under green. If you're not a leader, which none of them have been at the moment, so they've been able to save their fuel. And then it might be a little bit of a stretch to go to the end from 75. They might have to pit for a splash and go with 5 or 6 to go, just to make sure they get to the end. If there's any green-white checkers, then that's going to throw a wrench in everything. But we're going to take one final commercial break if they come out of 4 and they don't jump down to the pit lane entry. And it looks like none of them will. And we'll be right back here on the Ghostfire Media Network.
I'm ready for the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
The AOLL began online racing in the mid-1990s with Papyrus's NASCAR racing still going strong 27 years later on the iRacing platform. The TNT Series races on Thursday night, running the ARCA Chevy cars for drivers looking to learn and have fun. The Cup Series races on Sunday nights, featuring league veterans and Class A licensed drivers. The Sportsman Division races on Wednesday nights, running the Gander Outdoor trucks with drivers from the Cup and TNT Series. You can catch all of the AOLL racing action right here on Ghostfire Media.
and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ghostfire Media Network as we have drivers coming down to get their final pit stops. Cody McKinney might have been speeding. Let's keep an eye on that. Definitely have to keep an eye on that. Joey McKinney definitely woed up super early to make sure he didn't get a pit road speeding penalty like he did earlier, but Cody McKinney kind of sent it off in there. We're going to keep an eye on the number 14, the Chevy Camaro ZL1 of Cody McKinney, see if he ends up getting a pit road speeding penalty. And he will not. He might have skated through it by the end of his teeth. But it looks like there is one driver who might have gotten one. He didn't. No, he didn't. But Nick Goebel went out really, really wide there. 26 laps might be too much. 26 laps might be way over what you can do here with these cars. And we have now 25 to go. We'll see if Joseph Causey and Adam Wood, Nicholas Weatherby, Charles Urick, Derek Schilling, and Harvey Abrams can survive another 2 or 3 laps. If they can survive to 77, I think you're golden. 23 laps is a golden opportunity for whoever comes out at the head of this pack to be able to try to win this race. $75 laps complete here. And now the real race begins, folks. 25 to go this time by. Here comes the 88, leading the 45 and the 23, the 76, the 87 and the 79, and here they come down the pit speed. Down to the pit road, and man, oh man, they're all so close. 60 is the pit road speed here tonight. It looked like they were all going 65, but 60. 60 is the pit road speed. We'll see what happens here with the leaders. If they can get a good entry and exit here, they need a better lap than Gaspar. Let's take a look. We're going to throw the map up here for everybody to be able to see where they are right now. Where is the map? Where is the map? There is the map. As here comes Gaspar out of turn 4. Here come the leaders exiting the pits. Will they be able to maintain their lead? Will Adam Wood jump to the lead here? It's going to be tight. They're coming through the tri-oval now. They just crossed the start-finish line entering turn 1. Here comes that second pack. Here comes that second pack led by Patrick Gaspar. Adam Wood just about to jump up on the track. He might not be able to do it before they get there. Adam Wood is up on the track, but I don't think he's going to get sped up in time. This could cause calamity here. They have to slow down big time. Big checkup by Patrick Gaspar. Oh, man, they might have just gave Adam Wood the lead. Patrick Gaspar had to give a big checkup, as I think he might have had a heart attack when he saw the back end of the 79. And now Derek Schilling in third. Adam Wood and Joseph Causey are sitting ducks 2 seconds ahead of this pack. They are going to get flown by. Man, oh man, they're going to fly by them like they are sitting still. 24 to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. And we will take a look here at Joseph Causey. There he is in the track now. Him and Adam Wood, 2.2 seconds ahead of third and fourth place. And now it looks like Cody McKinney might be looking to the inside of his teammate. No, he will not yet. Joey McKinney down to the apron, though, with Nick Goebel. They can't get in a single file lane. If they can't get in a single file line, this might change this race. They might be able to catch him, but they might not have the momentum to fly by Joseph Causey and Adam Wood. Man, oh man, the absolute pinpoint accuracy you need to drive these cars at a super speedway and put them in the exact right spot. Here they come. They're going to the outside lane to get that draft off Joseph Causey. Big time speed advantage. 7-8 miles an hour. Will they make the run down to the inside? No, they will not. They will stick behind them. Now off into 3 and 4. The field cascades. Ryan Cliver to the inside. He needs to win to get in. They're 3 wide for second. They're cascading out of 4. Cliver slides up in front of Gaspar. McKinney comes down in front of his brother. And Adam Wood and Joseph Causey are sitting ducks. And Ryan Cliver to the point here at Talladega. Wow, I don't know if that was organized or not. But damn, Adam Wood and Joseph Causey just got left in the dust. From 1st and 2nd to 11th and 12th. In less than half a lap. Man, oh man, folks. Here comes Ryan Cliver. He will lead with 21 to go. And now we're back in the single file parade. Ryan Cliver with 21 laps to go, 21 laps to salvation to get himself locked in to being one step away from fighting for a championship at Phoenix. 21 laps to realizing his dream. Well, not a dream, but realizing a step on the ladder of the dream. A championship is all about climbing rungs. It's a 36-rung ladder, and the first rung starts at Daytona in the spring. Ryan Cliver walked up a few steps that ladder earlier this year and then fell straight down it on his face. He was able to get himself into the playoffs. And then in the round of 16 to get into the round of 12, he willed himself from the round of 16 into the round of 12 by driving his butt off. And now here in the round of 12, he is 20 laps away from possibly locking himself into the round of 8. And then from there, it's just being the best of the best. Ryan Cliver has had flashes of it this year. Ryan has had flashes of being able to win, flashes of being able to compete with the best. He hasn't been able to put it all together yet this year, but he has been there. He has been in a position to win. He has been involved in controversy. He has been the controversy. He has done everything you needed to do this year to get into victory lane just without doing it. He won stage 1 here earlier tonight by stealing it out of turn 4 from his drafting partner tonight, Patrick Gaspar. But as we get down to 18 laps to go, teammates, drafting partners, alliances go out the window. You're in the round of 12 with one race after this to get into the round of 8. You win tonight, you make your life easy. You're one step from fighting for a championship. You don't win tonight if you're Ryan Cliver, and your life is more difficult next week. You need to finish in the top 5. You need people to have problems. You need a lot to happen next week if you're Ryan Cliver at the Roval. And he hasn't been historically great at the road courses to get through to the round of 8. This is his best opportunity. He's got people behind him who are committed to helping him so far tonight. He's driven himself back up from being a lap down at the end of stage 2. And with 17 to go now, he is your leader. He pitted on lap 73. That'd be 27 laps to the end of this race. That is 4 laps longer than any stint we've seen so far tonight under green. Not just to mention he is the leader right now. If he wants to make it to the end of this race on fuel, he needs to get the heck out of the lead and get the heck out of the lead now. But you don't want to fall too far back, and that's the problem with being the leader right now. If he pulls out to let one guy pass him, if he pulls out to let Patrick get by him, it's going to lead to disaster. He's going to go from first to the middle of nowhere in the back of the pack. And it's going to happen quickly, and it's going to happen decisively. So now he needs to hope for somebody to get antsy in the back, cause a caution. And you know if there's a caution, everybody's coming in to get a little bit of fuel just to make sure they can make it through green, white checkers and such. Ryan just doesn't want to be that caution as we see these guys starting to snake around a little bit behind him. 16 to go. Everybody's going to start getting a little bit more antsy here. We got about 6 laps before the real race begins here. 10 laps to go. That's the part of the race. That's the seriousness of the, that's when the seriousness ratchets up a little bit. People start, gripping the wheel tighter. They reach down. They pull those belts just a little tighter. They stop giving as much. Right now, you're still seeing giving and taking. But in 6 laps, you won't see the giving and taking. You won't see the kind nature of some of these drivers. Earlier in this race, Adam Wood, when he got passed by Ryan Kleiber, probably could have pulled down, chopped the nose off of Ryan Kleiber. Decided not to do that. Decided to save the race car and give him that inch. Adam Wood, Joseph Causey have fallen way off. Way off. They lost the draft of these lead cars, and now they've fallen back to 11th and 12th. I don't think this is an intentional thing either. I don't think they're just trying to save a little bit of fuel. I think they legitimately lost the draft of the leaders, and that is now affecting the outcome of their race, and that's going to affect Adam Wood pretty big. Let's look at the championship points before the race. Adam wasn't able to win a stage. He's sitting in 5th, 14 points ahead. He's moving up to 4th. You remove Greg Holt from the conversation. Greg Holt is no longer he has removed himself from eligibility of the championship, so Greg Holt's no longer there. So Cody moves to 2nd, Patrick moves to 3rd, Adam moves to 4th, but he only moves 14 points ahead of the cutoff line. Well, actually, hold on, that would be 18 points ahead of the cutoff line. Right. No. 19. No. Hold on. 15 points ahead of the cutoff line because he'd be 1 point ahead of Harvey Abrams. Math's not my strong suit, folks. That's why I'm a. And here they are. This is what I was worrying about if they were going to be. Adam Wood! Oh no! Adam Wood has missed pit road! Joseph Causey! Oh my goodness! Adam definitely got a speeding penalty there, I think. I mean, you have to almost guarantee that he got a speeding penalty there, right? Oh, and Harvey Abrams had to back up on his stall. Oh, man. Is Adam's night over? Adam Wood's night is over right now, folks. He got a speeding penalty. Him and Joseph Causey both. Oh, man, they're both going to lose a lap. Man, that is a kick in the teeth. And that's going to... Causey is locked into the round of 8. And now Adam Wood is probably going to finish in 11th, maybe 12th. Man, he is going to be on an uphill battle next week. And that's unfortunate for Adam Wood. But 12 to go. Those guys all pitted. Now that tells me Kleiber cannot make it to the end. No matter what he does, he cannot make it to the end. He's going to have to pit. This is going to have to be the most conservative. He's going to have to be the most conservative but aggressive entering the pits to hold on to that lead. 11 to go this time by. They haven't pitted yet. Adam Wood, Joseph Causey have now left the pits. Down a lap. Gonna probably be 2. Just a shame. That's a shame for Adam Wood and Joseph Causey. I think that was probably a reactionary move by Adam and Joseph to come into the pits. Their team they're working with called it. They're going to pit probably really late. It was a reactionary move to pit and just get in there as quick as they could. And unfortunately, Adam slid off into the grass. Joseph turned left on pit road, spun out a little bit, half spin, and that's going to cost them. And here comes the front lead pack. And Ryan Cliver is really, really, really hot. Ryan Cliver is going to barely, he almost lost it on pit road. He backed up the rest of the team, though. Oh, man. Hopefully Ryan pits before Harvey. He does. No mistakes on this entry into your pit box. Nobody had to back up. Nothing happened on that entry for any of these drivers. Ryan Cliver, some fuel. He might lose the lead to Patrick Gaspar. Patrick Gaspar comes out in the lead of the pits. Man, oh man, Patrick Gaspar. 10 to go. Now the real race begins. They have enough fuel to make it. There's no there's confidence that you can make it on fuel. There's confidence that you have the car to win. There's the Ryan Cliver inside of that. Ryan Cliver has something inside of him. He has that champion. He has that mentality to go out there and become a champion and win this race and get himself into the round of 8. It's just getting that to come out. That's the hardest part about becoming a champion, is finding that person inside you, finding that determination. Ryan Cliver's going to have to dig deep here now. Second place is great, but it might not be enough to get you into the round of 8. You have a road course coming next week. You know what your shortfalls are. You know where you struggle. Right now, it's a 2-horse show. You and Patrick. Right now, for Patrick Gaspar, a caution is his friend. He does not want to be out there by himself with Ryan Cliver. Probably not, man. Caution might not be either of their friends, but it's Cody McKinney's friend. 8 to go this time by. Man, oh man. Folks, get ready. Sit in your seat. You might have paid for the whole thing. 93,000 fans here at Talladega paid for the whole seat. They're only using the edge. 8 to go. A 2-horse race. It's come down to this. Charles Urick has now passed Joey McKinney. He has thrown himself up into the lead of that pack on the outside. Now Nicholas Weatherby on the outside as well. They're going to be side by side behind him. We're not going to leave the battle for the lead at the moment. The battle for the lead is not kicked off yet, but it is going to. And when it does, it's going to get fun and it's going to get intense. 8 laps to go. Here we go down the front stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Cliver looks to the outside. He decides better, jumps to the inside. 7 more circuits around the historic Talladega Superspeedway here in Lincoln, Alabama. If you're just joining us, we welcome you here in the Ghost Fire Media Network. I'm Nick Adams. The flagship of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series is the Ghost Fire Media Network, and I am the voice of the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here tonight. I'm the sole voice. Randy Pepper is not here tonight. He normally joins me, but he is off playing guitar. He is being a rock star tonight. Now, we have a 4-way battle for the lead coming at ya. Oh, man, out of 4. This is going to be Ryan Cliver's moment here. If he decides to slide up, it's going to be the question of these guys behind him go with him. Cody McKinney is Patrick Gaspar's teammate. Thomas Carino is not. Ryan Cliver races for Randy Hinshaw Racing. Will the number 11 get RHR its first win of the year? Six to go. Urick and Weatherby are not out of this either. There they are right behind them, the big pack. Cliver looks to the outside, thinks better of it. It's on that back bumper. Says there's 5 to go. I'm going to keep pushing. But we're not done yet, son. We're not done yet. Ryan Cliver has to be so careful and cautious. It cannot be checkers or wreckers for Ryan Cliver. He's all over that back right rear quarter panel of the number 86. He almost turned Gaspar out of 4. We have 5 to go here at Dega. 5 laps remaining here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Off into turn 1, single file for the top 4. We have a battle for 5th and 6th that's raging behind them. Ryan Cliver to the outside. Gaspar gets a little loose. Cliver's right there, but he's not going to be able to make that move stick. Cody McKinney, you saw him. He was not going to go with Ryan Cliver. He was going to go with Patrick Gaspar. Ryan Cliver has to hope that Thomas Carino Jr. is ready to go with him. I have been in this situation multiple times myself. To win one of these races, if you're in 3rd or 4th, you have to be willing to make the move. You cannot wait for the driver in 2nd to make that move. And with the big pack coming, with the large pack behind you coming, this is going to get interesting really, really, really quick here. 4 to go. 3.5 more times around this 2.66 mile racetrack. Ryan Cliver pushing the back bumper of the 86 all the way down the backstretch off into 3 and 4. Still on that back bumper. Tight on him through the corner. He's giving him the business. He's telling him to go. Carino is there. McKinney is there. If Cliver and Gaspar take each other out, not only is it terrible for Ryan Cliver's championship hopes, it's Cody McKinney's opportunity to get a win. 3 to go. Who's going to make the move? Ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours ago we set off on this beautiful ride around Talladega. For about 80 laps we had a parade, but the last 20 laps have gotten interesting. Very, very interesting here. Ryan Cliver to the outside. They block Charles Young. Cody McKinney's around. Here comes the big one. 5 cars are involved. Cody McKinney, who was sitting in 3rd. The front end is gone. Nicholas Weatherby involved. The number 23 suicide prevention car. Destroyed. It is killed. That Toyota Camry looks like a Winston modified. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Let's see what happened. I mean, we already kind of know what happened. Cody McKinney had to make that move. For any of you out there who are questioning what Cody did here, don't question it. Just sit there and shush. Cody McKinney did the right thing. He made the move he had to make. Cody McKinney had to move up and block that outside lane. It was coming. The unfortunate part is it took out 4, 5, 6 cars with it, but that line was coming. And if Cody wants to win this race, he had to make that move. We'll watch it one more time here. Cody had to make that move. He had nowhere else to go. Carino gets involved. He gets spun around. Charles Urick, but Carino with a great save. He still saves it, still saves it. What a save by Thomas Carino. Wow. Look at it here, though. That's not where I wanted to look. This is where I wanted to look. Nope, hold on. This is where I wanted to look. Weatherby had nowhere to go. He was on the outside lane behind Urick. He had to turn left and then pounded that inside wall and then pounded the outside wall. Lots of damage on the number 23 as you see him into the pits here. Let's see if we can get a interview with the 23 as he steps out of his machine. As we're going to get a green-white checkered here. Nicholas, you got Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, heartbreak here at the Talladega Superspeedway for you. It puts you in a tough spot going into next week now. You were sitting comfortably there. You were going to gain a lot of points tonight. You were sitting comfortably. You had that opportunity to win. Now, going into next week now, the Roval, it's going to put you in a tough spot points-wise to get into the round of 8. What's your strategy going to be next week?
My strategy is going to be tall. I am going to go as hard as I can because road courses are my thing. I'm going to be practicing. I'm going to be trying to win the sucker because what just happened was absolute BS. I don't agree with it. Cody blocked. He saw us coming. He blocked, and it about ruined all of our races almost. It's actually part of the rule books. We can't block, and he blocked. So I'm pretty mad right now. So are a lot of us in here. Just gonna have to go into Charlotte Roval and give it my all. Hopefully I can get a top 3.
Well, Nicholas, we'll go let you get checked out at the Infield Care Center. Hopefully you're all right, and we'll see you next week at the Roval, and have a good week.
Thank you.
Well, as you can hear, the anger, the disappointment in the voice of Nicholas Weatherby, the number 23 Toyota Camry. You know, I feel for him. It takes a lot to win one of these races. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to be competitive at one of these races, and it takes even more to be really, really, really consistent at the super speedways. And we've seen that out of Nicholas this year. He's been competitive. He's been very consistent. Had a chance to get that win tonight. Unfortunate for the number 23. It puts him in a very difficult and tough position going into the round of 12 elimination race next week at the Charlotte Roval. You gotta feel for him, but it's part of the sport at the same time. Hey, Talladega, that's what it is. That's why there's so much love for the super speedways, is because it's unpredictable. Cody, in his mind, when he was making the move, might have thought that, you know, that was the right move, and I said it here. He had to make that move. I mean, you put me in that position 10 times out of 10, I'm going to make that move. Maybe 8 times out of 10 you wreck. But 2 times out of 10, you get that block, and then you get a shot in the rear end. And when you get that shot in the rear end, sometimes it'll propel you all the way to the lead, all the way to that checkered flag, which is what everybody's chasing. So you feel for Nicholas Weatherby. His frustration is very much understood. Anybody who's ever gotten in a race car in the sim or in real life knows that frustration from Talladega, from Daytona, from iRacing Superspeedway, any race. You know, that frustration is well earned by Nicholas. You know, but that move had to be made. It's plate racing. Blocks will be thrown, and I guarantee you in the next 3 laps, you're going to see some more blocks thrown, and they're going to probably be even more aggressive than that. And that's what makes Talladega and Daytona the spectacles that they are, and the fantastic finishes that you see from those tracks are because of those blocks. Yeah, we don't like when Brad Keselowski throws a block. We don't like when Cody McKinney throws that block if you're a competitor. But as a fan, to see those drivers put everything on the line by inches, sometimes millimeters, that is what you want to see. That is what you come here for. 93,000 people have put themselves here in the seats at Talladega Superspeedway. They have bought concessions. They have bought t-shirts, drinks, overpriced hot dogs, paid for overpriced parking. And here they come, all of them on their feet, as we get the 3 to go signal from the flagman as we come through the tri-oval. We're going to come down to the start-finish line. Patrick Gaspar slow and low here. And the green flag is out. We are back racing. Green, white, checkered here at Talladega. Gaspar needs to stay on that bottom. Cliver needed to get down. Cliver did what he needed to do. Now we're going to watch the outside lane. Cody McKinney has damage. He's going to be slow. The outside lane's not going to fire up with him out there. If you're going to make the move, if you're in the back, if you're behind 5th, you've got to go now. You've got to get to the outside. This is going to get fun. Man, oh man, 2 to go. We're going to come around to the white flag this time by Harvey Abrams is the first car in the outside lane. He's side drafted hard on the 18. He's going to slide back down to the inside lane, try to get a little bit of that draft. Adam Wood, he's now back in the lead lap. He's up to 8th. He's on the outside with Derek Schilling. Here comes the outside lane. Harvey Abrams battling hard. Ryan Cliver in 2nd. Thomas Carino in 3rd. Harvey Abrams in 4th. We're coming to the white flag. The next flag ends the race. Oh, they're going to wreck coming across the start-finish line. It's going to be Cliver and Gaspar. Cliver and Gaspar are going to finish this between themselves. It's going to be a two-man battle here down the backstretch. Cliver is right where he needs to be. He's about a half-tenth behind him. He's going to get a big, big run with that full throttle to the floor. He'll get a huge run on the exit of 4. Off into 3 this time. Ryan Cliver will try to suck up to that back bumper and pull out at the exact perfect second. Out of turn 4. Joey McKinney with a huge run behind him. They're going to be 3 wide behind him for 4th. But Ryan Cliver trying to get that run on Patrick Gaspar. He will not get the run. Patrick Gaspar will come across to get his 2nd win of the season at Talladega. And Patrick Gaspar will advance to the round of 8. And he is one rung away from fighting for a championship here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. Man, oh man, let's go back and look at that wreck though. They came across the start-finish line here. Harvey Abrams came to the outside of Thomas Carino. A little bit of net code, and that just threw Harvey Abrams through the, oh man. And that, unfortunately, is going to pretty much remove Harvey Abrams from championship contention. Unless he pulls a rabbit out of the hat next week at the Roval and is able to win. And him himself, he will tell you he does not like road courses. But this man, Patrick Gaspar, all season, all regular season, fought his heart out. Fought every piece of who he was to get a win, and he couldn't get one. And now in the playoffs, he has 2. Patrick Gaspar is going to burn it down here at Talladega. Man, oh man. Let's go ahead and get the 3rd place driver, Joey McKinney. We haven't talked to him much this year. Joey, it's Nick up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Joey, congratulations. A great 3rd place finish tonight. Right there, you had a huge run coming out of 4. If the start-finish line was in 1 and 2, we might have seen a different outcome.
Yeah, could have been. I was hoping Nick there behind me would have stuck with me pushed me up there, but he wasn't able to. He was trying to hold everybody else off.
So you came in here tonight, Joey, on the cusp of the next round of the playoffs. Before the week, you were in 9th, and then with Greg Holt bowing out, you moved up to 8th, and you were tied with Derek Schilling. And you had the more playoff points, so at that time, you were going to be, you would win the tiebreaker between you and Derek. And tonight, you scored some key playoff, you scored some key stage points, and then you get this huge 3rd place finish, going into what you would probably say is not one of your best style of racetracks, a road course next week at the Roval.
No, that's gonna be very interesting at the Roval. Yeah, I'm not good at road courses.
My calculations, they're not 100% accurate, but they're close enough. Have you 3 points to the good on Derek Schilling at the moment, and I believe you might have jumped. Harvey Abrams has to win next week now. I think you jumped Charles Urick. I believe you jumped Thomas Carino as well. So you should be in 6th going into next week, so you should have a fighting chance.
Yeah, hopefully. That's what we need. As long, I don't know. As long as we finish the race, I think we should be good.
Well, 10-4. Well, thank you so much, Joey. And have a good week, and maybe we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, hopefully. Y'all too.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and pull in the 2nd place driver of We're going to go ahead and pull our winner in, Patrick Gaspar. Hey, Patrick, is Nick up in the booth? You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. I said it to Randy. When you finally got the first one, they were just going to start falling. Tonight, there was a little bit of luck involved with what happened on that last restart. I think it would have been a lot more difficult had Harvey and Thomas not come together. But, man, you earned this one tonight. You led, I think, 55, 60 laps. You dominated this race out in front tonight. Not often does the fastest car win super speedway races. How does it feel to get that second win? And more importantly, how does it feel to be locked in now to the round of 8 going to a road course?
Well, it feels pretty good to advance and not worry about the Roval next week. And I mean, that was a lot of teamwork involved there with the RHR guys and Joey and Cody. So I gotta throw it out to them and appreciate everything that they were doing with us with me that race.
It was a fantastic race to call. Normally, Talladega, when you guys start getting single file, can get a little boring. Just a little bit.
There was a lot of strategy involved tonight, especially with the short fuel runs.
Well, so that was the great part.
We were kind of just playing it by ear and trying to figure out what the other guys are going to do and trying to, kind of figure stuff out throughout the entire night.
Yeah, it seemed like, and I called it out here in the broadcast, in about the second stage, no, not the second stage, it was the third stage. Might have been the second stage. It's the stage that Ryan won. So
that was the first stage.
Was it the one that Ryan? No, it was the one that you lost by millimeters, the second stage. In the second stage, you were out in front. No, it was the third stage. Never mind. I apologize. There was a lot going on tonight. There was so much strategy.
No, I hear you.
It was early on in the third stage. You led the first 10 or so laps, and then you moved up to the outside, and you allowed your teammates to go by. You allowed Cody and Joey to go by, and you slid in behind them. Was that strategy? Was that you trying to save fuel?
Yeah, we were trying to get on the same pit sequence, and I was going to be 2 to 3 laps shorter than they were. So we kind of made the decision to, get me in line so I could not use as much throttle and save some fuel so we could be on the same page.
Well, there you go. And luckily for you, I mean, it was almost unluckily for you because I think I would have loved to have seen, without that caution, the finish that was going to come from that. Because you guys all bottled up with 3 to go, and it was going to be unbelievable if we didn't have that restart. But, I mean, it was a great finish nonetheless.
Yeah, I know Ryan was hungry to get it so he could advance. And once they started wrecking, he just had nobody to help him. And I don't know, my foot's just going to stay to the floor,
Yeah, no, I was surprised. I think it's the Toyota package just a little bit that stops them from getting that huge run that you would normally get out of turn 4. I think the Toyotas are just a little bit aero deficient at super speedways when it comes to getting those huge runs. But hey, his loss is your gain. You got that huge win tonight. You don't have to worry about anything. Now next week, you can go out there. You and Kazi can put it all on the line. You're both locked into the round of 4. If you wreck each other, the round of 8, you wreck each other at the Roval.
Yeah, I think next week's going to be pretty interesting and a lot of fun since me and Kazi are already locked in. So hopefully I'll put on a good show for you guys.
I would love that. You guys have put on a great show for us all season so far. 2021 has been a great season for the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. And there's just more to come. I mean, it just keeps getting better. Last week, it was a great race. I didn't think it could get any better, especially it being Talladega. Sometimes, like I said, single file can get boring, but tonight it was just intense from the beginning. That the point strategy and where everybody needs to be is helping as well. So you guys just keep getting better. I can't wait to see what the round of 8 brings us after the Roval.
Yeah, I'm just happy to get the 5 extra points and give me a little bit extra cushion to make that final 4.
There you go. You're one of my picks, and you're my pick to win the championship. So don't
let me down. I'll do my best, man.
All right, Patrick. Well, thank you so much, and you have a fantastic week.
I appreciate it. Hopefully, I'll talk to you next week in the winner's circle again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was our winner, Patrick Gaspar, in the number 86. The diecast dude, PGR, and I'm forgetting one of his sponsors. Give me a second. Boom. A-Shock Energy. From Old Bridge, New Jersey, Patrick Gaspar. The winner here tonight in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series at Talladega. Now, let's go ahead. Let's get this over with, huh? Let's get these final results up here. Beautiful race tonight. Absolutely fantastic. My opinion, 9 out of 10 for a Talladega race. Awesome finish. Came right down to the wire. So congratulations to all these competitors tonight. And thanks for all the fans for coming out. 93,000 in attendance out there on the in the stands, and all you watching live around the area. Thank you so much. Patrick Gaspar comes home with the win. Ryan Cliver second. Joey McKinney third. Derek Schilling fourth. Adam Wood fifth. Nick Goebel sixth. Cody McKinney in seventh. Charles Urick in eighth. Thomas Carino Jr. in ninth. Harvey Abrams in 10th. Joseph Causey in 11th. And Nicholas Weatherby rounding out the field in 12th. Cleared and released from the infield medical center. So we will see him next week. And from everybody here at Ghost Fire Media, I thank every single one of you for coming out here and watching this beautiful race here. 250 miles, 200 and almost 300 miles around the Talladega Superspeedway tonight. We had fantastic racing, fantastic action. I can't wait to see it next week. Don't forget to tune in next Tuesday, same time, same place in the Ghost Fire Media Network for the Roval, the round of 12 elimination race. Joseph Causey versus Patrick Gaspar, number 6 on the season at a road course. Maybe Patrick can get that monkey off his back. Like I said, he's my pick to win the championship, and these wins are going to start falling. So congratulations to him once again. And from everybody here at Ghost Fire Media, we thank you for showing up, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the AOLL Sportsman Series. And, well, Randy says from the Sunshine State. I can't say from the Sunshine State. But I can say from the Bay State. You guys have a fantastic week, and we'll catch you guys down the road.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.